Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss.
Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about Broncos MVP, who is now under investigation by the Colorado police. Denver's Broncos linebacker Von Miller is reportedly under investigation, but police have not revealed the nature of probe. Miller was accused of domestic violence by his ex-fiancée, Megan Denise. Police in Parker, Colorado are leading the investigation. The case is currently under investigation and no information can be released at this time. If the investigation determines a crime has occurred or has been committed, charges will be submitted to the DA's office for their review. Now, all of this information was released by the Parker Police Department in a recent statement. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a backstory about how this all started and why the Parker Police Department was even able to launch an investigation on Von Miller. So not too long ago, his ex-fiancée, Megan Denise, decided to expose Von Miller on her Instagram, and she alleged that he was physically and verbally abusive.
Broncos linebacker Von Miller has been out for the season after he suffered an ankle injury, and while he's been quiet on the field, off the field, it's been a different story as of late. So Von Miller has been in a relationship with his now ex-fiancée Megan Denise, and things are kind of getting ugly. For the past year, Miller and Denise have had a volatile relationship and have broken up and reconciled several times. These two have been spotted out in the public at the ESPY Awards, so this relationship was pretty public and out in the open. But it's rumored that the two have split sometime last month in December after they both scrubbed their Instagram accounts. Anyways, a couple days ago, Megan Denise, who's a licensed esthetician, revealed that she was pregnant with Miller's child and some disturbing text messages from the linebacker on her Instagram page. Now guys, this is all alleged and coming from Megan herself. These posts are on her Instagram, so it's not like this isn't out in the public, but some of the exchanges in these texts are pretty shocking. It seems like the two were arguing over text, and we all know how heated exchanges between couples can get. So the pair were going back and forth on text, with Von messaging that he was disappointed in himself and that he made the biggest mistake of his life, and capped that off by texting, "I'm honestly praying for a miscarriage." Yeah, he allegedly put that out there for her and basically went on a rant and called her pretty much every name in the book. Anyways, the linebacker responded in a since deleted IG post where he wrote, "Fake news LOL. The reality of somebody leaving you makes some people literally crazy. Classic trap." So basically, it's a he said, she said situation. Initially, I tried to do some more digging and thought this was her chasing clout, but she does have over 1 million followers on IG. With that being said, these texts can obviously be manipulated, as anyone can have a conversation with two phones and edit the other party's contact details, so take it with a grain of salt. However, she wasn't done exposing him yet, as she posted a photo of her scan, revealing to the world that she really is pregnant with Von's baby, and continued to post screenshots where she kinda claimed to be abused mentally, physically, and verbally. All in all, if it does come back that these posts were actually sent from Miller himself, this would be pretty damning. Not only does Miller's dialogue make him sound like a scumbag, but telling a woman, "I'm praying for your miscarriage," is so messed up. That's seriously some next level ish. Anyways, this isn't the first time the linebacker has been in controversy. In 2013, it was reported from ESPN that Miller had been suspended 4 games for violating the league policy pending appeal. Miller tweeted that he did nothing wrong, but a month later, he lost the appeal and was suspended for 6 games after it came out that he tried to cheat an NFL substance test with the help of a urine collector. On top of that, Miller also had another issue with another female that involved a videotape, so you can kinda get what I'm talking about. In 2016, a California judge ordered Elizabeth Ruiz to turn over all copies of her recordings as she was trying to get the footballer to fork up $2.5 million to stop the release of a video recording of the two getting it on.
Von Miller seems to have poor choices in women. Back in 2016, he ended up on the Wendy Williams show for Hot Topics because he was being extorted over a sex tape from an IG model.
About the NFL star Von Miller and that sex tape that girl who they aren't boyfriend and girlfriend, it was just like a one-time run-in or something like that in Mexico. There she is. Well, remember, Vaughn, first of all, claimed that the woman, Elizabeth, made the sex tape with him and now threatened to sell it unless he gave her $2.5 million. Well, this was a consensual sex tape that she made on her cell phone. And it wasn't until, I guess, a couple of days later, once he blinked real hard and got his wits about him, and he was like, oh, now, wait a minute, no. Was I in Mexico a few days ago and met a girl named Liz or Beth or maybe he didn't know her name? Did she take, all right, and asked her to erase it. And her response to him was, gotcha. Do you remember? We talked about it. Okay, fast forward a few days later, but this week, the woman still has the tape, as well she should. I'll explain in a moment. The judge is now ordering her to hand over the tape within 3 days or else.
Now, to fast forward to just recently, his ex-fiancée, Megan Denise, wants to retract her original statements where she exposed him, alleging that he was verbally and physically abusive. So she took to her Instagram and she wrote, in light of recent media reports regarding my relationship with Vaughn, I feel that I need to address a couple of things. First and foremost, at no point in our relationship was there any type of physical abuse or violence by Vaughn whatsoever. For anyone to say otherwise or to speculate such is wrong. She went on to say, with regards to my social media post, a part was misconstrued and taken out of context. PA, I do regret making a private situation public and in doing so, bringing unwanted attention to both Vaughn and myself. Lastly, she wrote, Vaughn and I are excited to be welcoming our baby into the world and are committed to raising our child with love and compassion together as a family. Sincerely, Megan Denise. So after retracting her statement, she really upset a lot of people, a lot of women who deal with physical and verbal abuse. So it made me look into who she is, her history, because a lot of us are not aware of her backstory, her come-up story. So Megan Denise, she used to be an ex-stripper. She used to work out of one of Floyd Mayweather's strip clubs in Las Vegas. She also dated Lil Yachty about 3 years ago, back in 2017. And what I find to be interesting is that Lil Yachty is 23 years old and he has made it very known in public that he lost his virginity at 19. So you guys can do what you want with that information, but I found that to be interesting as well. But Megan Denise is a esthetician. She's also a social media influencer and Instagram model.
What are your top 5 keys of being a baddie? Can you tell me?
I would definitely say being about your paper, like being about your bread.
Okay.
Being a boss. All on your own. For
And
sure,
you're a
being a boss.
babe, yeah.
How you carry yourself. How you carry yourself is everything. How you treat people, how you interact with not even just people around you, people you meet at the airport, at
Because you're
Walmart, just
glowing right
random.
now.
Yeah.
Is that Vaseline? I mean, how are you going like this? Is that cocoa butter? I mean, what is...
Coconut oil. You know what it is. I'm not gonna really tell you, but anyways, being and staying fit for sure.
Oh, yes.
You know, guys
yes.
like a fit, tight body.
And God has really blessed you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let the church say amen. Give me another one.
Okay. Also, just keeping like a positive energy, like anywhere you go, everywhere you go. Like,
Right. People gotta want to be around you.
Definitely. People, you have to make people want to be around you.
That definitely makes you a baddie.
Being yourself, being genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, but definitely, I would say being fit. Like, the guy's not gonna look at you and say, "Oh my God, like looks like she has a great personality." They're gonna look at you and, they're gonna. That's the
Booty's so big, if we say, how ass she got to make 2 trips.
Man.
Okay, I understand
Come
that.
carry me.
All right.
Come carry me. Pick my ass. Pick me up.
Give me your last one, baby.
Honestly, being about your bread. Being about your bread.
That is number 1.
Yeah, I guess I have 4. I don't know. Being about your bread. Seriously, that's your main trick.
Rule number 1, report back to number 5. What is up with you and Lil Yachty? What?
We're really cool.
Y'all are really cool. So let's define cool.
We vibe well.
You vibe well. Are you smoking marijuana together? Or what are you doing?
He's very nice to me.
He's very nice to you. Okay.
One of the nicest people I think I've ever met.
For real?
Honestly, yeah, hands down.
So what is that like?
It's different because I mean nowadays it's like it's easy for a guy to talk to a girl and just because of her outer appearance. Guys are that's what they do. No, I'm sorry, that's what they do. I mean, but for him, it's for our relationship, our situation that we have is like I can tell it's not about that. It's not about.
Is it a bro relationship or
no, we're just
like a business relationship or is it a real relationship or a cool relationship?
It's a really close friendship. We're doing little. It's just a.
Does it come with benefits? Does it come with? Does it come with favors? I mean, after 2 o'clock in the morning,
we're sleep. We sleep.
Oh,
so we sleep.
Oh, see, no sleep. Yes. Hey, so how did it happen? I mean, can you break it down for me? I would
say social media, like Instagram. For Instagram, he DM me, and usually, sometimes I go, and you have the where it goes directly to your, DMs, and then you have the filter where you have to approve or you can deny. Oh. So I was like, okay, I was going through my, my little DMs and declining all these little weirdos. That the boat had. And I know, honestly, and what's crazy is, we get DMs from everyone, all kinds of people. But the way he approached me, his approach was everything. Like,
wow.
His
and
approach
you
was
can
definitely
tell
everything.
through the DM.
No, I'm saying like just somebody might send me, for instance, some typical rapper might send me an emoji of the peach.
Yes.
Meaning you're talking about my rear. You're talking about my rear.
Or they might send you a copy of the mixtape, like post this or something.
Or they might send hard eyes with a little eggplant emoji. So you get something like that.
Just
so I'm
direct.
definitely not, but the way he approached me was everything.
So when it comes to recent events, it's hard to take sides when it comes to situations like this because it's basically he say, she say. We don't really know what happened. We weren't there. So everything that is in this video is alleged, and we can only gather information based off of what is public. So with that being said, I found it interesting that Von Miller did go on a talk show and he spoke briefly about his relationship with Megan. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I interviewed you years ago on the Today Show, and I remember everyone was, he's single, you just won MVP, and all the ladies were contacting you. And all of a sudden, I'm on social media, and I thought, wait, Von Miller is public with a girlfriend now. He was super shy guy, and now you've come out with your first love here, Megan.
Yeah. That's her.
That's you guys on the red carpet at the ESPYs. We love talking about love and relationships here. So the guy I saw, MVP of the Super Bowl, single, now you're in a relationship. How has it changed you? How do you handle being in the public spotlight with it?
I just think whenever you meet somebody like that, before when I would meet somebody, it was like, okay, it's my way or like we're not gonna be together. Oh. And with her, it just, I feel like I respect her just as much as I love her, and it just built like patience and.
So you used to be that, well, you were like, I'm the star here, it's my way or the highway?
It wasn't just like that. It was just like, I just had like a vision like of what it was. But over time, I just kind of, back down from that. I respect Megan and I respect her opinion. And it's just,
How did you know she was the one? Because here's the deal, audience. She has a tattoo of your face.
Yeah.
On her back. If that's not love, I don't know what is. Let me tell you. So clearly she knows you're the one, that your face is tattooed on her. How did you know she was the one?
Honestly, it was probably the first time I met her. You know how they say like love at first sight?
Yeah.
And when she hugged me, it was just like, okay, like I just felt at home. I felt like I had met her before. It felt natural.
I'm sure that all the fangirls are wondering what happened to this love at first sight love story. How did it go wrong? And as I'm researching this information, I really don't think Megan Denise knew exactly what she was getting herself into when she released such serious allegations on her Instagram story. I also don't think Megan Denise knew how prestigious the NFL organization can be. They're very serious about their members upholding a certain humanitarian image when it comes to their members. And I really don't think she thought this through and how this could jeopardize Von Miller's career. Following these serious allegations, this upcoming March, Von Miller will be renegotiating his contract with the Broncos. So the reason why this entire situation is significant and the reason Megan Denise is retracting her statements is because Von Miller is a veteran at the age of 31. And one thing Megan Denise did not know was that the NFL has lost $2 billion in revenue. Von Miller's career is at risk because, one, the NFL doesn't have the funding or the budget to pay veterans or even keep veterans that are in the NFL. So a lot of veterans will be cut this upcoming year. Not only that, Von Miller suffered an ankle injury, so he missed out on this year's season. So either he will have to take a large pay cut or he may be cut altogether. So I wanted to weigh in and give my opinion about this entire situation. So some things that I really want to highlight, and in my opinion, I do believe these text messages are true. Why? Because Von Miller could easily sue Megan Denise for these allegations, because at this point, this is compromising his character. And if these text messages are fake, he should sue her, period. But the reason why I think these text messages are real is because, if anything, he should have came out with a lawsuit. This is a man who's a millionaire and he has the resources to do that. So in my opinion, these text messages are real, and that is just my opinion. Now, moving forward, one thing that I didn't like about this situation is the fact that Megan Denise went on her Instagram and now she is wanting to retract statements that she made that are really serious. And domestic violence isn't something that should be taken lightly. I work with women who have experienced domestic violence, and it's not something that should be taken lightly. And the fact that Megan Denise is wanting to retract her statements tells me that he made a deal with her under the table or behind the scenes, because at this point, why would you not sue this woman? If you're claiming that all of this is false, it's all fake news, why not sue her? Because now she has put your entire career at jeopardy. So this makes me believe that these text messages and these allegations are very real. And now both of them are in a situation where their characters are at jeopardy, including Megan Denise. Because what woman makes such serious allegations on her Instagram story and then tries to retract them as if she never said those things, or as if she never implied that she was being physically and verbally abused? Also, another opinion that I have, because we see this a lot, right? We see this behavior a lot with women who are experiencing either verbal, emotional, or physical abuse, they tend to retract their statement. But see, the issue that I have with Megan Denise is the fact that she ran to social media before she actually got legal help. She did not go to the police station to file a police report. She didn't go to the courthouse to file a restraining order. She just sat up on social media and decided to blast this man because she saw him on vacation with another woman while she was 3 months pregnant. And most likely she had friends in her ear telling her to blast him on social media. And those kind of friends are not friends. Why? Because if you are truly in danger, if you are truly experiencing domestic violence, why wouldn't you actually take legal action? Moving forward, I can no longer support women who run to social media before they run to the police station, before they run to the courthouse to handle their affairs. Because when it comes to situations like this, it's very manipulative and it's unethical for you to expose someone without taking the proper actions in order to truly protect yourself. So I can't condone this type of behavior on so many levels. So when it comes to Megan Denise, one thing that was highlighted to me is that she's trying to help him, she's trying to protect him, and she's actually screwing herself over because now she's compromising her own character while she's trying to protect her alleged abuser. And this is why I wanted to make this video. You should have more loyalty for yourself as a woman because you have a duty to self to protect yourself, to love yourself. And when you have more loyalty towards a man, it will compromise you in ways that are very harmful. So now we are seeing a woman who is potentially dealing with domestic violence, and to the public, she has now retracted those statements. So we can't help her. And because she didn't take legal action, legal advice of any sort, we really can't help her. I hope we all can learn from this entire situation. If you are dealing with domestic abuse, please seek legal action first before you expose anyone on social media. So that's all that I have regarding today's video. I would love your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below. And if you are new here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. This is Real with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.